Hi there, my name is Aiden Hennebree and I'm the marketing manager here at Boshart Industries, and today we're going to talk about the hidden strengths of a better gear clamp. Now, gear clamps are a pretty simple product, right? They can be used in HVAC, they can be used in automotive and plumbing, but there's a lot that you might not know that you might be missing out on. In this video, we're going to cover the two most popular designs of gear clamps that you're going to find out in the wild. We're going to handle a misconception around magnetism in gear clamps, and lastly, we're going to talk about the different steps that Boshart's quality assurance department takes to make sure that you get the best gear clamp for your money. Let's get started. Now, the most popular design of gear clamp you're going to find out there is made up of three distinct components: the housing, the band, and the screw. This is a three-piece gear clamp. A four-piece gear clamp, the housing is actually made up of two distinct pieces, hence the names three-piece and four-piece. We're not going to get into things like spot welded gear clamps and so on, because even though they're out there, they're by far less popular. Now, to go into a bit more detail, the three-piece design has a housing that actually curls underneath the band, so that when you're tightening this against a pipe, the housing tabs are actually being held in place between the band and the pipe. Now, on the other hand, a four-piece gear clamp has a housing that's made up of two different pieces: the housing, which sits on top, and the saddle, which sits underneath, and they connect through these four little tabs on the gear clamp. Now, in our extensive quality assurance department testing, we have found that this gear clamp does not get as high of a torque rating, because the more torque that you apply to this gear clamp, the housing actually pulls away from the saddle, which means that it's going to fail much sooner than the three-piece. Now, Boshart gear clamps come in three different series: the 87 series, the 67 series, and the 77 series. Now, our 87 series gear clamp is made up of 300 grade stainless steel, which means it has the highest corrosion resistance possible, making it great for just about any application, especially buried applications. This series of gear clamp truly is the do-it-all gear clamp. The next series of gear clamps that Boshart offers is the 67 series, which is very similar to the 87, except it's made up of 200 grade stainless steel, and it can't be used in buried applications. The last series of gear clamps that Boshart offers are the 77 series, which have a band that's made up of 200 grade stainless steel, but this gear clamp can't be used anywhere where you're worried about corrosion. You'll also notice that the screw is a different color, and that's because it's a plated carbon steel screw. So by far the best all-around gear clamp is our 87 series. It is the one that does it all. However, if you need something that's a little more economical, that's why we offer two other variations. There's a misconception between stainless steel and magnetism. The misconception is that if an austenitic stainless steel, like our 300 grade gear clamp, is magnetic, it is not truly stainless steel. This is false. When the material is cold worked, it can naturally acquire magnetism. So whether a gear clamp is magnetic or not, if it's made out of stainless steel, it has nothing to do with the quality of the gear clamp. Now, by far, what we believe sets a Boshart gear clamp apart from any other gear clamp on the market is the extensive testing that our quality assurance department does. We have 4 different types of tests that we perform regularly to ensure that our gear clamps always exceed standards. Boshart has also ensured that our clamps are certified by UPC ANSI SAE J1670-2008 standard. The standard requires that the minimum torque is 50 pounds per inch, but Boshart gear clamps are tested by UPC to 60 pounds per inch. The 4 different types of tests that our QA department performs are the XRF alloy analyzer, the free torque turning, a size test, and a torque test. This is how you know that you're getting the best possible gear clamp. So to sum all this up, we here at Boshart Industries take a ton of pride in making sure that every gear clamp we sell not only meets certification standards, but exceeds them. Once again, my name is Aiden Hennebree, and I hope you learned something today about the hidden strengths of a better gear clamp. For more free education, including videos, articles, and webinars, head to boshartu.com.